Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the Prime X Strung. Yes, I know I'm a bit late with the review. However, this is an honest review. What I mean by honest, I purchased this shoe and I flew over to Luxembourg and did a 5k race in it. If I'm going to do a shoe review on a racing shoe with a carbon plate or rods, I'm going to make sure it's an honest review. I'm not just going to run around the block and do a review on it. I'm actually going to do a race in it. So join me now. So before we start, let's do a durometer test. I always do a durometer test on the trainers just to give you an idea how soft they are and how firm they are. Before we start with the weight, the reason why I purchased this shoe is by accident. I went to Adidas outlet store. I saw this shoe and I thought, wow, that colorway looks amazing. To be honest with you, Adidas shoes, they don't usually fit me. They just don't, they don't feel right. So I thought, I'll put this shoe on for a laugh. So I asked the girl, do you have this in a 9? She did, so I put the shoe on and it felt amazing. I thought, oh my God, I've never had a shoe feel so good in my life. So I asked the girl for the other one, I put the other one on and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna purchase this shoe. And in 4 days time, I've got a race in Luxembourg. I was gonna wear the Vapor Free. However, I decided to race in these. My race, it was a bit of a disaster, the 5k race, not because of the trainer. I'll put a video at the end of this shoe review and click on that and it'll tell you all about the race. However, I did the race in 16:28. It's a 5k race, obviously. I was the first master home because I'm 50 years old, so I was the first one home, which is good. The race was a disaster. These carried me home and they felt good on my feet. They did feel good. So let's start with weight. The weight, they are pretty heavy. They're heavier than the Vapors, they're heavier than the Alphas. In my size, I'm size 9, and the weight for these is 9.2 ounces and 260 grams, which is very heavy. The Alphas and Vapors, the Vapors are 7.2 my size and 206 grams, which, you know, there's a big difference there. So for weight, I'm gonna have to give 6 out of 10 because they're just too heavy. What they could do, they could put more holes in there. That would bring the weight down. You've got this bit at the back, it does go down, up. I'm guessing that's to put your shoe on and pull it off easier, but they could get rid of that to bring the weight down. The laces, I think, are heavy, so they could actually make the laces lighter. How else could they get the weight down on this? Just more breathability, just put more holes in there, that'll bring the weight down a lot. True to size, 10 out of 10. I've never put a shoe on my foot that felt so good. It's going to be a 10 out of 10. For the Vapors and Alphas, I think I give 9 out of 10 for true size, but this fits perfect. It's unbelievable. Like, I'm a size 9 and I put it on and it was like my hand going into a glove, my foot going into a sock. It felt perfect. And actually, after the race, I actually kept them on all day and went for a walk in them because they just feel so good on my foot. So for true size, 10 out of 10. Well done Adidas, because the rest of the Adidas I would have gave 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, because I had to get 9.5, some I had to get 8.5. They just didn't feel good, they felt baggy around my foot, but these feel superb, so well done Adidas. For breathability, I'm going to give 8 out of 10. For the Vapors, I gave 9 out of 10. The reason for this, they are breathable, but I feel as though they can make the holes bigger. If you look at the Vapors, you know, very breathable. And then you look at these, not so breathable. They feel a little bit plasticky. They've got like a lot of plastic, some sort of coating on top. So if you could just make more holes in there, this would be almost a perfect running shoe. So for breathability, 8 out of 10. So for energy return, I'm going to give 9 out of 10. Even though the 5k race was a disaster, it wasn't no fault of the trainer. These actually carried me along. I think if I was wearing any other trainer, I probably would have been slower. I can't give 10 out of 10 because I still need to do some more races in them. Like I did that race in them in 16:28, and I did a long run last week. I did a half marathon, a long run at 3:45 pace, and the long run felt superb. Like I did a long run in the Alpha 2s and my legs were battered after. I did a long run on these at 3:45 pace. Trainers just felt at 3:45 pace and my legs were good after. So for energy return, I'm going to give 9 out of 10, and it was a sweet ride, to be honest with you. So well done Adidas for that. So price. So when these originally come out, they were 275 quid. I went to an outlet store and I picked them up for 128 euros. Now 128 euros, they would be 10 out of 10. However, I'm going to give my scoring on the original price because I am a bit late to the review on this. So the original price is 275, which is too expensive for the shoe that elite runners can't actually run in. So for that, I'm going to give 6 out of 10 for the price. But for the price at the moment, 128 euros, you need to get it. Trust me, you will enjoy the ride in this. I'll give you some advice on who should get it and who shouldn't get it first. So $128, go to the outlet store now and purchase these. So for price, for $275, it's 6 out of 10. Sorry about the Adidas, but they're just too expensive for 275 euros. So the final score is 7.8 out of 10, which is still a good score. It didn't beat the Vapor Freeze only because of weight. If this was lighter, it would have murdered the Vapor Free, to be honest. It would have killed it. It's 128 euros at the moment. What would I do if there was a Vapor Free on the market for the same price as this? I would still buy this. The Vapor Free for me is too soft. It just sinks into the ground. My legs don't recover as quickly. It doesn't feel as quick. This one is firmer. It makes you run on your toes because sometimes when I'm tired, I heel strike. So if you want some fun, guys, get this one. Who should get this? If you have strong ankles and you can run faster than 5 minutes per kilometer, you should get this. It's very unstable. So if you are a slow runner, big, weak ankles, you shouldn't get this. You're going to turn your ankles and you're going to hurt yourself. For instance, I did a race in Luxembourg and it was a straight race. However, there was 2 sharp bends, and when I turned sharp on both of them, it did roll a little bit. So if you're a big runner and you're doing a race with loads of corners, you don't get this. So for those guys who want to run fast, who are fast runners, and you're doing a race on a straight course, you get this. If you're a weighty guy and there's a course with loads of bends, and you have weak ankles, you have calf problems, don't get this. If you can run 3 minutes, 4 minutes per kilometer, get this. If you can't do 25 minutes for 5k, don't get this. It's just not going to suit you. You're better off getting something like the Vapors, Vapor 2 even. I'd get a pair of those over these ones. So that's who should get it and who shouldn't get it. So what makes the Prime-X illegal to run in for professional runners? It has 3 additional rods at the front, which makes it stiffer. Also, the drop is 50 mils, and you're only allowed to have 40 mils. So that's the reason why this is illegal. When you do put it on, it does feel illegal, to be honest with you. So that's the reason why it's banned. So how will I use this shoe going forward? I will use it in my long runs, my off marathon training, because I feel as though this is better for long runs, especially where the course isn't too bendy. The course I run on for my long runs isn't bendy, it's hilly, but it's not bendy. I will use it in another 5k race. The next 5k race I know hasn't got many bends in it, so I'll use it again and see how it goes. I might do another shoe review on it after that 5k race. We'll see. Just remember, I only do shoe reviews on racing shoes if I'm doing a race. I'm not going to run around the block and do a shoe review. That's not me. My channel is honest channel, so I'm going to make sure it stays honest. Okay, so that's how I'm going to use this shoe going forward. Try and break it. So that's it.